I did the hardest diet for the last 130 days, and I've written down notes about why it's the only diet you will ever need. You've probably tried high protein diets, you've probably even tried cutting out carbs, or just skipping meals. Fasting is a really, really popular one. But I'm here to tell you, even eating clean won't help you see the progress that you want to see. Let me be unbelievably blunt. These things are why you are stuck. It's why you look the same every single summer. It's why every single year you follow the same pattern. But this hardest diet in the world, it's incredibly simple. And I'm going to give you the exact formula and the exact reasons why it's the only one that actually works. Now, I used to do the same thing as you. I used to think that the secret to progress was hardcore workouts or fasting. I used to do that. Or even before my holidays, I used to do hill sprints. And I'm not a runner, or haven't been as of recent. But I thought, you know what? Hill sprints burn calories. Let's just pound hill sprints every day. It's horrible. It's awful. But after 10 years in the gym, coaching hundreds of men, and following this diet for the last 130 days, I've lost 40 pounds. And I'm going to tell you, this is what you need to achieve your goals. You need the correct system. What is that system? Tracking your macros. Not just calories, but tracking your macros. Proteins, carbs, and fats. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tracking macros, that sounds boring. It sounds kind of complicated, and truthfully, it sounds time consuming. But spending the 60 seconds it might take to track a meal is significantly better than spending years of being in pain wondering why you're not seeing the progress you want to see. Spending years yo-yoing back and forth between seeing some progress, out of luck, you don't really know why, and then randomly gaining weight or slowing down muscle gain. It's not great. Tracking macros is actually incredibly simple. It's better than tracking calories on their own, and like anything, as you do it more, you get faster at it and you get more efficient. So, by the end of this video, I'm going to explain how to track your macros, why tracking your macros is better than just tracking calories, and why you need to do it if you want to get leaner, stronger, or finally keep the weight off that you want to lose. So really, diets don't work because they're not for you. So let's use like keto or carnivore, something like that. They don't work because they don't adjust for you, for your lifestyle, for your goals, for whatever reason you are trying to lose weight or build muscle. They're not specific enough. And tracking your macros isn't a diet, it's a simple framework to life. I always think you will eat food, probably, every single day until the end of your life. Why not just take a couple of moments to understand what is in the food you're eating, to learn about the food you're eating, and how you can very, very simply control that to change how your body looks. I would love if you could make an argument back to me. But for me, I don't see an argument at all. Like, this is the only way. It's the only way you will ever see consistent results, because you could be bashing the gym, you could be doing cardio, you could be sleeping and recovering, and everything could be perfect. But if your nutrition isn't right, none of it matters. This, tracking macros, is the by far biggest key to seeing progress. And I would put, if you're excellent at tracking your macros, but kind of just average at the rest of the stuff I just listed, you will see much greater results than the other way around, than the first option. So what you really, really need to get in your head is that you can't eyeball your food. You can't guess how many grams are in what. You are terrible at guesstimating how many grams of protein are in what. I used to do the same. I used to think I was eating enough protein and I simply just wasn't. I thought I was good, but if you don't track, you don't know, and you don't learn. You do get to a point where you do track calories enough and macros enough where you can start making pretty accurate guesses, but you need to have done it for a consistent amount of time. And it's one of the reasons I also think it's phenomenal for, as I said, you learn how many grams of protein are in how many grams of chicken, or how many grams of carbs are in rice, or whatever. It's just simply interesting. But you cannot keep following gimmicks you see online. You cannot keep trying to test your ego by restricting yourself massively. You cannot keep following influencer recipes or AI calorie tracking apps that you just take a picture and it guesstimates for you. All of that is why you are where you are. Or if you're doing nothing, then this isn't a shortcut. This is the fix. This is the fix to end the cycle of your struggle. So ask yourself, where do you want to be in 90 days? Where do you want to be by the end of this year, going into 2026? Do you want to be in the same position, frustrated, wondering what you're doing wrong? Or do you want to be leaner, stronger, and in control? Do you want to walk into a room and people notice, bam, he's looking good, what's he doing? Do you want to be able to walk into a room confident, take your top off on holiday next summer? What is it that you want? Because really the system that I'm about to go through is what will get you there. So let me take a drink first, and then I'll give you the sauce. Okay, so the system here is: calculate your target calories. Simple. Go online, search up calorie calculator. Any of them are going to be fairly decent. Pick one. It's better to start off with something instead of guessing. Step 2. Break down your macros. Figure out your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. I have a guide for this. If you message me, Ultimate Nutrition Pack, on Instagram, or in the WhatsApp link below, I'll send it out to you. Super easy. It tells you how to break all that down. Track daily. Track everything. Everything that goes into your mouth. Track it. Simple. And the final step is make adjustments weekly, but not adjustments that are massive. Small tweaks go a very, very long way. Something to preface is that protein should pretty much always stay the same. Your base protein level should not decrease if you're trying to lose weight. And if you're trying to build muscle, it only needs to go up a small amount. You don't need to increase protein massively. So protein is fairly, it stays still. You want to adjust your fats and your carbs. Your carbohydrates are the ones that you want to adjust the most, because your diet will be largely made up of carbohydrates and you'll have the most room to play with. So it's a case of just decreasing carbohydrates by 20 grams each week. If you want to see results and you've had a plateau, decrease by 20 grams of carbs daily and you will see results. And if you plateau, another 20 grams. And you can remove 9 grams of fats per week as well, separately, do one at a time, either reduce the carbs or reduce the fats, until you get to 40 grams of fat. Don't go below 40 grams of fat, because if you go lower, fats are a necessity, fats are essential, your body needs fats. Your body doesn't need carbs. It's really as simple as that. It's 4 steps. You figure out your calories, you figure out your macros, you track daily. I suggest tracking daily for a week and staying in maintenance for at least a week. And then you make adjustments weekly, gradually. no restriction, no rules, no enemies. You can still have food that maybe comes out of packet, or is more processed, or that is battered or fried that you fire in the air fryer. But if it fits in your macros, it fits in your macros. I do suggest trying to make sure it's the majority good, clean, whole food. I preach that to my clients, but you don't need to restrict. You don't need to follow the soup diet, where you only eat soup and you crap out liquid. Really, tracking macros, you can make things work. You can have bowls of cereal, you can have a muffin, you can have what you want if it fits in the macros. That's how you'll see results. Even if you wanted to, you could eat more junk food, but not feel great, but you'll still see results because it's the right macros for you. That's why it's beautiful. That's why tracking macros is the key. It's specific and it will get you to your goals. So today, like right now, after this video, download MyFitnessPal, log it in, or set up and log your next meal. Start tracking today, even if it's midway through the day, even if you've overeaten. Don't overthink it. Just start tracking. And once you realize that you are completely wrong about what you thought you were eating before, or that you are actually terrible at guessing your macros, it will be a wake-up call, which is good. It's exactly what you need. This is what I get my clients to do. This, we remove guesswork, and you don't waste months. We set the numbers, we track, we adjust, and we execute. That is how you drop fat. That is how you build muscle. That is exactly what I've done that's allowed me to see the results, and that is the thing that will allow you to gain the most amount of progress consistently. See, the thing I think of is losing fat is actually easier than building muscle. To lose fat, calorie deficit is required. To gain muscle, you need to be consistent with your protein, and you need to be in a very slight surplus. You need to be much more accurate to gain muscle than you do to lose fat. So, apply it directly to your life. If it is something that you truly want to achieve, apply this. If you want help, I can help you with my coaching system. But here's the thing. No system survives a weak environment. So if your friends, if your habits, if your lifestyle are pulling you away from progress, you'll fail. That is why within my coaching system, I don't just look at nutrition. I don't just look at workouts. We do full environment shift, a full identity shift, where training, mindset, lifestyle is all examined and all becomes a standard. Because that's how you see results, by evolving as a person, by becoming the guy. Because at the end of the day, you're not just here to see a number. You're not just here to see a number on a scale. You're here to become unrecognizable. You're here to become the guy you want to be, to finally master your body and master your mind and be in control, built with confidence in every area of your life. So you've got two options. Keep guessing, keep struggling, keep being disappointed, or just track your macros like I've done and you can see the results that I've got and you can see the results that my other clients have got. That's it. If you finally want to be happy looking in the mirror, take the actions, take the necessary steps that you need to take so that you have no doubt that when you look in the mirror, there's a mirror over there, when you look in the mirror, you are expecting results because you know you've done the right things. And if you want help applying this blueprint to your life, then my application form is down below. Click on that. And if you aren't ready to commit, I totally understand, but you want help with your macros and what adjustments to make and how to figure them out and everything diet related and progress related, then the ultimate nutrition guide, the ultimate nutrition pack, I will give you for completely free if you just message me on Instagram or on WhatsApp. Both are down below in the description. So, peace out. I hope you make progress. I hope you stop being frustrated. I hope that you get the results, become fucking sick, have an awesome physique, and this video has helped you get there, helped your understanding a wee bit more. So peace out, have a phenomenal day, chat to you soon.